Everybody and welcome. We are going to be playing Stanley Parable today. Now, this wasn't the first game I wanted to give it a shot, but I figured I might as well. This game's been sitting on my Steam list the whole time, waiting for me to record on it, and I haven't actually played it yet, so this is going to be a learning experience for me. I haven't actually watched anybody else play it either, so I have no idea how this is going to end up. It could go horribly, horribly wrong. As a matter of fact, I get the feeling it's going to. So, you're going to be along the ride and just see just exactly how bad this gets. So let's give this a shot. We're going to begin the game again. I went ahead and started the game up earlier just to make sure that it would record properly, because the last thing I want to do is for you guys to get bothered by a bad recording. So let's go ahead and begin the game again. Chuggity, chuggity, chuggity. A little bit of a loading screen here. And an office. Let's see. There's a lovely little computer that I can't do anything on. A pen, a phone I can't touch, a lot of other things I can't touch, and apparently I hate Mondays. Oh.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly.
That's never a good sign.
The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
What? Whoa, what? What just happened? Okay. Okay. And back to the beginning we go. Let's see. Alright, nothing in those doors.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yes, I know. My co-workers are gone. You've already said that. What if I don't want to go to the meeting room? What if I want to go, like, in this janitor's closet here, or whatever it is? What if I want to rifle through their desk and look for snacks? Aha! Something happened. Waiting input. Apparently, I gave it an input. I got your input right here. Oh, let's not go there. Can't go there.
Stanley
can't go there.
clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Well, that's quite nice of you, narrator. Thank you for that, you dink. Alright, close that door behind us because of reasons. Nothing in there. At least nothing that I can get to. Open! Nope. What's that behind me? Just in case there's a weird monster, because this is the kind of game that just might. Ooh, there's a little fancy maintenance hatch back there. I can't go in there, though. I'm guessing that's the break room.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Screw your rules!
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I admire nothing. That person left their computer on. What a wasteful bastard. Jeez. Oh, right, I'm on the other side of the... Wait a minute, wasn't I over... Huh? What the... What? I'm getting the feeling this is procedurally generated, or has just been shamelessly copy-pasted. Ooh.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
What
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Your rules are shameful. Nope. Look.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I got no time for your rules, man. Let's penalize myself.
Look, Stanley,
Let's jump
I
off
think
of it.
perhaps we've gotten off. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Wow, that went well. Let's try this again.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yes,
What
yes,
could
yes.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's be kind. Oh, hey, what? Wait a minute, that was a different thing earlier. Let's check on this, check on that. There's so many things, I've already seen all these things. I'll lower the DPI setting on my mouse because this is a little ridiculous. Whoa, now it's a little fast. Alright, I can deal with this. Nope, can't go in there.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Fine.
he entered the door on his left.
You meanie. Jeez, they left their computer on too. What a bunch of wasteful gits. Maybe that's why everybody left, because they ran out of money for the power bill. Whoa, that's a bright light. And I'm
Yet there was
assuming
not a
this is
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Why do we want to go to our boss's office? Isn't that the last place we want to be, ever? Where is my boss's office? Is my boss's office the broom closet? I know
Stanley
it is.
stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
That looks like something. Fine, fine. Yeah, but...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, I didn't. Ha ha! Chaos reigns supreme! This is exhilarating, not doing what I'm told, I
But
guess.
Stanley just couldn't do it. He
Somebody left
considered
the
the
car on.
possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at
minute.
all. None of it made any logical
What the-
sense. And as
Huh?
Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Oh, you...
No,
I
Stanley
hate you
said to
so
himself,
much.
This is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, boy.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
What, you don't have that?
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams,
It talks
the
to me.
truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
This is going on awful
Stanley
long.
is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
What?
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
Oh,
Did
God,
the
have I
voice not
reached
see
this
him
the
float and
endless
make the magical
dialogue?
stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Oh, God.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
This can't end
the
well.
fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream.
What?
I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
That's depressing.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
What?
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Have these guys met me?
I am okay.
This just took a strange turn. Oh, God damn it!
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
Why is he
And
dictating me
everything
screaming
went
and I not screaming? Ah, oh, there we go. Have I found another bad ending?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
What the?
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
What?
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way,
Something's
seeing
gone
this
very
man
wrong.
made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
This game is very
And then
dialogue
she
heavy.
turned and ran.
Leaving me alone, dead on a sidewalk. I see how you are. The end is never. Oh, God damn it!
When Stanley came to a set of two
Yes,
open
yes,
doors,
yes.
he entered the door on his left.
And as we go, moving forward. Yay, we're getting somewhere. We've already
Yet
been
there
here.
was not a single person
Let's
here
go.
either.
Talk less,
Feeling
do
a
unbelievably
wave of
amazing work all the time,
disbelief,
every day with no
Stanley
expectation of
decided to
promotion
go
or
up to
recognition,
his
and don't get
boss's
fired.
office,
I've worked at
hoping he
this
might
office.
find an answer there.
Alright,
Coming to a
as we
staircase,
get here,
Stanley walked upstairs
left with a
to his
decision.
boss's office.
should we go back down? Should we go back up? I think we should find out in the next episode. See you next time.